Halle Berry, sorry about that. Halle Berry and her two children. One second, everybody. Listen. Sorry about that. David Justice has decided to speak publicly about Halle Berry and saying that he didn't think she was maternal at the time when he was married to her about 30 years ago. They are no longer married because she didn't cook and clean. So did he speak to her about that? Hey, I'd like a woman to cook and clean. My understanding is that she proposed to him. She asked him to marry her 8 months after they met. 5 or 8 months after they met. So a teenage daughter and a son. So what is the point in now coming out on a podcast to say, oh, I realized this marriage could work, 1996, I couldn't see going forward with this marriage because she didn't appear maternal. So now we have to ask, is Halle Berry maternal because she does have a good father? This is tasteless. This is very tasteless. Why even say anything, period? Even if it was right after they divorced. Why are you now coming out saying these things about Miss Berry? Why it didn't work out? So you felt the need to tell someone on their podcast, well, it didn't work out with Miss Berry because I didn't think she would be maternal because she didn't like to cook and clean. So let's ask that question now as well. Halle Berry, do you like to cook and clean now? Do you feel like you are maternal? Are you a good mother to your children? Because David Justice didn't think you would be a good mother 30 years ago. Maybe we should ask her children. Is Halle Berry a good mom? Does she cook and clean? This is crazy to me. This is absolutely crazy to me. And yes, there are women who don't cook and clean. There are women who are not good housekeepers. There are probably women who are not good lovers either. They're not good supporters mentally, physically, to their spouses, to their children. They're not even good moms. But those are the things you should find out before marrying a person. So maybe had you dug a little deeper in dealing with her, maybe you shouldn't have married her. I'm just saying. I'm just trying to understand the point of talking about this 30 years later on a public platform, Mr. Justice. What point are you serving by talking badly about this lady and she happens to be a mother? Now, some might presume that she wouldn't be a good mother if she didn't have any children, but she has a teenage daughter and a son. And they're going to hear this information, if they haven't already, that her ex-husband felt as though the marriage couldn't work because she didn't like to cook and clean. So Halle, do you cook and clean now? Just say. This is what happens when you really don't know people. Because many would say, due to the fact this man has brought all this information out to the public, Halle didn't know him and he didn't know her. And they married too soon. And some might even judge her for asking him to marry her, which to some people might appear desperate for a woman to ask a man. I'll also put that on a poll after this live stream. Is that a sign of desperation, a woman proposing to a man? Marrying someone 5 or 8 months after dating them, is that desperate for love? And how do you feel about a person coming out 30 years later making a very cruel statement that he didn't think she'd be maternal because she didn't like to cook and clean? And you have some women out here who would probably say, well, I may not be a good housekeeper. I don't like to cook. I don't like to clean, but I love my kids and I feel like I am a damn good mom. And I'm sure Halle Berry is offended and she will probably say she loves her kids and she's a damn good mom, whether she cooks or cleans or not 30-something years later. That's my commentary, everybody. Like, share, subscribe, leave your comments below this video. take the polls on my community page. And Mr. Justice, you need to find something else to talk about. I don't know if you're married or in a relationship. Why don't you talk about what the hell you're doing with the lady you're with now? Are you a father? Do you have children now? Because what's going to look bad is if you are in a relationship and or you have children by somebody else now. If I was that woman, I'd be wondering, why the hell are you talking about Halle Berry 30 years later? Checkmate. Talk to you guys later. I'm out of here. Thanks for listening. Thought Excel.